Hi, I'm John Amandala,
And I'm Caryn Amandala.
and we're the co-founders of No Harbor. I'm the pastor in residence. I've been a pastor for 30 years, but having gone through my own process, the last 5 years, my congregation has mostly been people who are deconstructing, people who left the Evangelical church. It's my privilege to walk alongside them, help them to reframe their faith and recenter their lives and faith around Jesus.
And I am a licensed mental health counselor, and I work with people from all different backgrounds, but specifically a lot of people who have spiritual and religious trauma.
It's well documented that the Evangelical church has lost many people in the last decade. In fact, studies have shown that for the first time ever, the amount of people who believe nothing in particular has surpassed the amount of evangelicals in America. We call that group nuns because they believe nothing in particular. One of the largest sources of growth of that group are former evangelicals, people who have deconstructed their faith but have not reconstructed their faith. But we found that many people who've left the church, they don't want to leave Jesus. They don't want to become nuns, but they wind up losing their faith because they don't have help. They don't have people to help.
A lot of the people that I work with as a therapist, and then also as the work that we do with No Harbor, really are struggling to figure out what is their faith, what do they believe exactly of Jesus. They know where they've come from, and there's a lot of uncertainty and some confusion, and we have the privilege of walking alongside them in that journey.
In the No Harbor cohort, I felt that for the first time I was in a safe space within religion where I could finally ask questions and not be judged. And I could ask questions without someone trying to immediately give me a pat answer that didn't feel inauthentic.
It really started when I experienced some trauma within church community and found myself very alone, very much struggling with what I believed.
As I started asking questions, I started to find pieces that needed to stay. Like I knew that God loved me. I knew that with a confidence.
Exploring these difficult questions in the cohort style within No Harbor was probably one of the most important experiences I could have in my journey, and let alone in my life. I was going through authentic questions that needed to be addressed, and people have been trying to address for almost hundreds of years.
Well, at No Harbor, we actually welcome that uncertainty, right? It's welcome to have questions, to have doubts, to have uncertainty, and we're not there to try to answer all those questions or talk you out of it. In fact, we found that uncertainty is part of the beauty of our faith, right? It's the mystery that we bring into this walk with Christ. One of the ways we help deconstructing people is to help reframe our beliefs, right? We confront the harmful beliefs that we just grew up with, and we help them reframe that. We call those course corrections. And so throughout the cohort, we go through 6 course corrections. They're all theological, and we begin to reframe those in ways that are healthy and life-giving, and also historically Christian.
Many years later, I heard the term deconstruction, and I kind of recognized it as something that I had gone through. But for me, I think the process of No Harbor was more of like a rebuilding and finding a sense of peace in uncertainty and assurance that this path is leading to something good.
It was very validating seeing how so many people went through the same hurt, if not similar, or hurts that were very heartbreaking to see. And being able to just heal as a community, that's where I feel like, ironically, in that small group of hurt people who were unheard for so long, that's where you felt the healing presence of Jesus.
In our cohorts, there's really 4 goals that we're accomplishing when we're together. The first is to reclaim our sense of true self, our identity, apart from evangelical identity norms. Second is to reconnect in community. We found so many people are really longing for community. people who are deconstructing, that's the thing that they want most is community. Thirdly, we help to reframe beliefs, reframe beliefs that have been harmful, and make course corrections. And then lastly is to recenter Jesus in our faith.
I knew Christ to be good. I knew God to be good and faithful, but was just very disillusioned. And so a friend of mine had, recommended the book to me, No Harbor. And just immediately upon reading the introduction, I knew that I needed a community to walk through these things with me.
I knew what I didn't believe, but I felt I could not articulate what I did believe. And I wanted so badly to be able to identify with Jesus in some way. I felt that I either had to be fundamentalist in the way I was raised previously, or I might as well just not do anything at all. I didn't know if there was a place within Christianity for a person like me.
I think what I'll remember most are the stories and life experiences that people in my cohort shared with me, and their pathways to their journeys of exploring their faith and really not being okay with being complacent or just accepting something that doesn't, that they know in their heart, is not right. And I don't want to reshare anyone's stories. That's for them, not me, but I will always remember those. And I think stories can really help guide us in the search of truth and in the search of what's right. So I appreciate their sharing.
I had a spiritual leader just to kind of take me through really, really, really dark times and really, really hurtful experiences of my life, and just to see something better and deeper. And so that's what No Harbor means to me. And I would do this video every day of the week if it meant at least reaching out to people who feel the same kind of hurt, and if it meant offering them a taste of hope.
No Harbor is a 501c3 organization. We obviously don't raise funds from the people who we serve. We raise funds from the general public, from people that we know who partner with us because they believe in our work. This is so important. There's so many people leaving evangelicalism who are deconstructing, and they're losing their faith because they don't have someone to help them rebuild it. So we invite you to partner with us as we walk alongside deconstructing people to help them both deconstruct their faith and rebuild their faith. And that's our goal, is to see people who don't want to lose Jesus find him again.
Yeah, I would agree. We are looking for people who are willing to partner with us, who care about the masses that are leaving the evangelical church and help them find hope and healing. And that's what makes us excited about what we do with No Harbor.